Okay, so check this out. All right, so you already know that Kevin Spacey's crap that happened with all the money in the world. They took all his scenes out. They brought Ridley Scott brought Christopher Plummer in.
Right.
Okay. So they had to bring back Mark Wahlberg. They had to bring back Michelle Williams.
Yeah, because now they gotta Marty McFly this, and
they definitely have
to make it match up somehow.
Exactly. So Wahlberg was paid $1.5 million to come back.
Okay.
She was paid a total of $800.
That's lame. But also, you have to look at too, was like, what did she get paid in the very beginning? I mean, she got, lunch money to do this movie to begin with. Then $800 was probably a specific ratio of what they paid Wahlberg. Maybe Wahlberg got $10 million to do this, and they gave him 10% of whatever his salary was to come back and do reshoots. Maybe 10% of her salary. Maybe she only got $8,000 to do this freaking movie. I don't know what her scene is. Maybe she's only in it for 5 damn minutes, and they had to reshoot those 5 minutes because she was talking to Spacey. I ain't seen the movie yet, so I
don't know exactly that, but I'm talking about it almost looks like, or the way it is
it looks like we're like equal pay.
Mark Wahlberg's time is more valuable than Michelle Williams' time to come back, because the movie was done. It was done, and they had to come back to right a wrong. Which was brave on Ridley Scott's freaking part in the first place, and they got the right guy for it, for Plummer. But regardless, it still takes time. So you have to take the time away. So his time is more valuable than hers, is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna not be like people are gonna. Hey, put it in the comments if you guys want to. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, he is a big draw. It will cost them a crap load of money to get him to do the movie and to come back to do a movie where they wanted to change something. It does cost them a lot of money. If she agreed to $800, she needs to be talking to her management, because they said, hey, they need you back for $800. No. That sucks. You say no and say, I'm not going back, because that's BS. And if they need me back to come reshoot my scenes, they need to pay me a sufficient wage. Now, we talk about equality in jobs with men and women and stuff like that. Sometimes you have to put your foot down. When we talk about, like, when we have these examples where we show, like, hey, this person got this and this man got this. Well, why did you say yes to that? You should have said, no, I will not be paid at this rate, because that is unfair. He's getting paid this. Look, she's not going to get $1.5 million to come back. That's out of the ordinary. But damn it, a sufficient rate for coming back and working 10 days. Dude, I make more than $80 a day. And I was like, I'm not on camera. Nobody wants to see me at my job. I work in a cave, basically. So, still, it's like, she should have said, no, I'm not going to do this. And yeah, they will talk about contractual obligations, and reshoots are in every big budget movie, yes. But I know they didn't agree to $80 a day for shooting, and if they did, we can't argue with the fact that she got paid that, because that was probably in her contract to begin with.
Well, when you're looking at name, because I want to say that she is just as valuable as he is, because
to the story of that movie, yeah, but like box office wise, he's the draw.
True, but she's more of an accomplished actor than he is. That's a fact. And you know what? Mark Wahlberg was nominated for The Departed. That's it. Michelle Williams has been consistently, whether she was freaking being nominated for freaking Marilyn Monroe or whatever, she's consistently being nominated for everything. Even the freaking movie that Casey freaking Siemaszko or whatever won. Is that it? No, Casey Affleck. Casey Siemaszko. I was like, what? Freaking Charlie from Young Guns.
And I know what you mean, but this is what negotiation is. If you think about athletes do this all the time. It was like, hey, you know what? I signed my rookie deal, and when I signed my rookie deal, I was supposed to get this XYZ amount of money, but I outperformed that deal by whether, if we're looking at movies, it's like by getting this nomination and getting this award. Yes, I'm a great actor, but still, contract's a contract. You sign that. Nobody made you sign that. Well, if you get paid peanuts in your contract, that's your fault.
Go ahead,
I mean, it's like going in for a regular job. Like, if somebody offers you minimum wage and you agree to that, then that's what you're going to get paid.
Even though you are going out of your way to...
Yeah, I was like, you can say no, and you can tell them, like, hey, I think I deserve more than $7.25 because I have this, and because I...
Yeah, there's another guy on the fry grill right now that he's making $9 and I'm making $7, and it's like, I totally get that,
but then it's like, we don't know the whole story. Maybe she only did have to go back for like 8 days, and that was reasonable.
Well, she got $800, and she only had to go back for 10 days.
Yeah, but maybe it was reasonable enough. Maybe she didn't even have to be there for that long.
But I'm just looking at it from you're still taking my time.
Yeah.
I already finished my contract.
$800 for 10 days is barely minimum wage.
Right. So for a high-profile actress like Michelle Williams, who is accomplished and has a lot of accolades to her, she deserves
more money. I want to know why she took it.
So
I want to know why she took it.
No shit. But anyway,
I'd have held that movie up. I'd have definitely held that movie. Y'all ain't doing nothing until I get some more money.
There was a
y'all need
you ain't seen giant shit.
Get Mark on the phone right now, and we gonna need to talk about how much he giving back so y'all can pay me to come out here and come do this.
Well, it's funny that you said that because it was an outrage because of this, and rightfully so. Okay, and to your point, Jennifer Lawrence was paid like pretty much nothing for Hunger Games. When Catching Fire came, she got $10 million.
Of course.
Gal Gadot got $300,000 to play.
And when she does Wonder Woman 2, she's gonna get paid.
Okay. Michelle Williams, after all of her accolades and everything, her time is just as valuable. So there was an outrage for the inequality.
Hey, look at how much Wahlberg got for Fear. He probably got paid peanuts for that too because you're young.
Compared to Reese?
I don't know what Reese got. What did Reese get?
I don't know. But do you honestly believe that Reese
made more than him? Yes, because she was the draw in that movie. He was Marky Mark back then.
Which is why I think he did that. Which is why I think he did get more than Reese.
He wasn't the draw to that movie.
Anyway,
was the draw to that movie.
Anyway,
let's look at it.
So we should look that up. Hold on a second. You can edit this. So you just. I'm curious. Hold on.
I could have done it.
Okay, so Mark Wahlberg got $250,000 for Fear. Aspen's looking up what Reese got, but I'm pretty sure that it was not $250,000.
Why would you think that Reese Witherspoon wouldn't have gotten that? Look,
because that's one of her first movies. She did like what Man in the Moon or whatever it's called, and then that's it. And after it wasn't until.
So they were both
until
lesser known.
Cruel Intentions. Yeah, it wasn't
because I thought Cruel Intentions came out before Fear.
I think Fear came out before. Fear came out in '94.
Okay.
Cruel Intentions came out later.
Okay, so I mean, if you think about it, it's like they were both lesser known actors.
Right. And in this regard, they're both well known. He's the draw. But she's the more accomplished.
Okay.
So because of that, I think there needs to be some kind of equality. He did step up. There was an outrage for this thing, and he went ahead and he donated his $1.5 million, and he donated it to the Time's Up movement. So Michelle Williams, like, why don't you donate it to me?
No, look, you want to donate it someplace to you people who need some money. I need some money. I got an $800 check. Put that in my pocket.
The Time's Up movement was something that they were really like highlighting, especially at the Globes. They had Time's Up buttons, and it's pretty much a symbol of equality and all that stuff, given the Harvey Weinstein scandal, the Spacey scandal, and all that crap, right? So he donated his $1.5 million plus an additional $500,000. So he gave them $200,000.
She couldn't even get the $500,000. Mark, you know how better you would have came off in this thing? It was like, fine, look, I'm going to give $1.5 million, that money that they gave me to come back, I'm going to give that to this charity. I agree. And then this extra $500,000 because she got paid $800. Dude, give her the money. Give her the money. I bet you the charity is like, should we take, I mean,
even the charity felt bad.
You sure you don't want to give her a little bit of this? And he's like, no, take it. It's like, I got a tax write-off on it anyway. That's like,
okay, so
dude, I'm sorry, that's what it is.
That's a possibility. That's horrible, but okay. Michelle Williams acknowledged him and the state of equality from his donation. Why
she gave him a side eye like crazy, like it was like that should have been my money. It was a great gesture that he had. He gave me that $500,000.
Why do you think the balance is off in the first place when it comes to pay? Because is box office draw part of
that? Is all of it.
Okay, you say that.
Look, there's going to be some examples where there are equal footing actors and actresses. There's going to be some times where that's going to be a thing where but they do make these salaries public. Why are you guys not fighting for more?
Right.
That's my whole thing. It's like, I'm on your side. You should be, look, if it's not a big thing, you're not going up against Leonardo. You're not being cast in a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. You're not being cast in a movie with The Rock. You're not being cast, look, and Jennifer Lawrence makes a lot of freaking money. You're not being cast in a movie with her. Look, you have to literally say, and before I say this, I know what the response is going to be. You have to literally say, hey, I am worth more than this. I'm not up to their standards, but dang it, I'm not going to be so woefully underpaid just so you can keep your budgets within this. I am a great actor and I'm deserving of this. Now, people are gonna say that these are hungry actors that want to be in these high-profile movies so they can make money later on. Then, if that's the case, then you cannot complain for something that you rightfully took.
And that's very true. But at the same time, what women have to, what they go through in Hollywood, because the men have the power, unfortunately. There are very few women that are in power positions in Hollywood to help that. But the reality is that those decisions are all based off men.
All right, if you think back,
so if you got a woman that is going to fight for her right and all that to party, but if you're going to have a woman to fight for her right like that, she has there's a possibility that she's going to miss out on a lot of other things because she's trouble. So they're not going to give her these opportunities. So then it goes and it's just a vicious cycle in that regard.
Do you you think Jennifer Lawrence is like, you're going to underpay me? No, I'm going to be paid what I think I'm worth. I'm going to go ahead and get that type of money. But if you think about, if you go back of like exploitation films and stuff like that, when they would cast minorities in these roles, and it was like
Pam Grier, Angie Dickinson.
No, it's like, I'm talking about, it was like being drug dealers, being pimps and pushers and stuff like that. And it was like being criminals and thieves. And at that time, that's where Hollywood was. And it was like, as a minority, this is how we only see it. It wasn't to the point where we had, well, one and two, people started showing us, and us, me and you and all minorities, in a different light, saying like, hey, we can be these other type of characters, and we as a people say, we are not going to take these roles anymore. And women need to say, hey, we're not going to be underpaid.
Yeah.
And it's like, so that person, the scab chick that's out there is like, I'll do the $800 just because I want to be in a film. You have to come on board. You have to say that I'm not going to accept this because this is not what we're worth.
That's the tough part too, because where women are fighting for equal rights, there are women that are hungry that will take it.
Yeah.
Because they like, you know what, I believe in the cause, but I'm barely starting out.
That red dress at the Globes.
Exactly. Red dress at the Globes. Oh, that's awful.
Red dress at the Globes.
So last year, female-led movies are doing well. They're doing better. But last year, female-led movies pretty much dominated last year. Wonder Woman and The Last Jedi were the top two grossing, or in the top five grossing movies of 2017. And it's only going to get better because you still have Episode 9 with Ridley's going to be in that, and then you have Wonder Woman 2 where Gal Gadot's going to be in that. And then you also, and then I'm not talking about just that too, but you do, like you said, you still got Jennifer Lawrence that has probably got really decently paid for Red Sparrow. And then you got Avengers.
Like, she's still ripping off freaking the X-Men franchise.
Yeah, no joke.
Either way, baby, get your money, but you ripping us off. You're ripping us off, by the way.
Man. Either way, let's wish them all the luck, man.
Yeah, definitely. Look, the times are changing. All the women-led movies, you go back to Scarlett Johansson, and you know, look at what she did with Lucy. We got Salt. We got Salt Part 2, and we got.
Lucy was flat out unknown and original, and bam, you know, she took that.
The
100 plus
million. The winds of change are here, and it's definitely going to get better for women. But like I said, when women talk about the inequality in pay, sometimes you have to say, I deserve it.
Absolutely. Terrence, take us home.
I mean, I'm not sure at what side I'm going to come across on this video. If I'm on the, you know, women's
hate mail,
or,
Terrence.
You know, I'm the misogynist pig over here who says that women need to get their own money. And
his middle name is Oink.
But in either way, put it in the comments below before you hate or dislike this video. Tell us why. I love to hear why, as opposed to just seeing a thumbs down on something
or the finger.
Or the finger.
Should Michelle Williams have gotten some of that money?
She should have got that $500,000. I was like, I don't know why Mark was messing with her on that. It was like, dude, he needs to go back and say, can I get $500,000? We got to give it to Michelle. I forgot. He's a millionaire. That dude's basically a billionaire. Go get Michelle. Call him up and get a $500,000 from him.
He gave him some Wahlberg.
Tyrese can call up Will and Jada Smith and ask for money. You can ask you want like $500,000.
Oh man! All right, I'm done. We're for Art, wherever the hell he's at, assing in the back on Manny.
I'm Sarah.
We'll see you next time. Let's do this again. Okay. Mia Khalifa was on that freaking whack out of bounds show.
Whoa, whack!
Whack!
We just supported that show last video, sir.
Whack! No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, watch you say about Gilbert Arenas, sir. He carries guns.
3, 2, 1.